Benita, I want you to say why you wanted to rear me as a black person and not a biracial person.
The world sees my family as black. The world sees all interracial people as black. In order for you to survive with credibility and expertise, you need to understand that the world sees you as black, so you must get used to that definition because it's going to be carried with you wherever you go. When people see other people, the first thing they see is color.
Welcome to One Drop Elopes with me and Moses. I'm your host, Benita said. One Drop Elopes is my constructive response to demystify and replace white supremacy with a just system. One Drop Elopes is a weekly broadcast on Intellectual Radio that streams live every Sunday at 12 noon Central. For unaware listeners, One Drop Elopes is not just an entertaining radio show. It's a model that on every show educates and equips our people to utilize their gifts in a constructive manner. Therefore, One Drop Elopes will showcase and be a collective archive of Black folk who are actively doing their part to pursue justice via a wide array of perspectives, discussions, and presentations. The chief sponsor for One Drop Elopes is Benita's Homemade Things. Email Benita at benitasaid@gmail.com to place an order or for more information. All right, we are here back again. Hey, Moses.
Hey, Mom.
How you doing? Are you talking into the mic? You forget the rules already?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You're doing good. And we have brought back with us our General Jose. How you doing, Sir Jose?
Doing well. Appreciate the return invite.
Yeah, we are going to be talking about
The Avengers Infinity War.
Yay!
and Moses and I went to go see it.
I really hated the ending.
Yeah, me too. It was very disappointing for me, but you heard my...
We could just skip to the ending, thought, and just be like, okay, everybody died. We don't have to go and spend this money.
You just spoiled the movie for those people that aren't listening. So we don't want to spoil it for you anymore. If
Kill my line I was going to use.
Go ahead.
Anyway, before I get started, as usual, is my perspective of how I saw the movie. I recommend, I judge that you should listen to everyone's perspective on the movie because everybody has something to say. My goal for today is to give a different type of view of it because based on what I'm seeing, what's going on today, I'm going to share a view that I'm trying to find the good things that we can use to get us in a position that'll help us grow together as a people. Now, by me seeing this movie, it came out on April 27th. On April 28th, I came with a formula.
April 28th.
The next day, yeah. I came up with a formula. I got this formula I want to share with y'all. Man, this mic. Anyway, here's a formula. Thank you. Sorry about that, everybody. Mic was kind of low for me. I ain't bending it down. And the formula I get is a mathematical formula. They said math is the universal language. So I got a mathematical formula for you. And here it goes. The black woman plus the black man equals infinity. The black woman times the black man equals infinity squared. The black woman minus the black man equal 0. And the black woman divided by the black man equals infinity war. That's my formula for that movie.
Oh.
So we got to work together, Moses. Yeah. We can't be working apart.
I was about to say, what kind of math question was that?
Well, what that is a formula that I think we need to look at based on what we see what's happening in society today. And whichever one you choose, it'll be the result. You'll see what the result would be. So I guess we get started on the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so Moses, you said that you didn't like the ending.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending. And most of those people were my favorite characters.
And like how they just kept introducing it was like kind of introduction, like kept being reintroduction of people. And I felt like it just, I don't know, you know how you sit in the audience and then you say, oh wow, there's so and so, or oh wow, there's such and such, and it caused me to be tired. But I know that's probably not, the purpose or how you feel about it. So I don't think that my response to the movie is very constructive. So I need to just be quiet and listen to what you guys say.
Yeah, what I did, like I did with the battery trick, I brought some props down here today. Because with Avengers Infinity War, what it showed a lot of colors. You saw a lot of different colors. And I saw those colors in association with the chakra system. So got a couple of questions for you. Familiar with the chakra system, correct?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
What's that?
Well, the chakra system is the 7 energy wheels that within the body that have different levels of energy to them of where you're at. And what they showed in the movie, I want to deal with as I saw the colors. So I brought some little props. In my first prop, the colors they showed was green and purple. These are my props. Now, what this green and purple represent is Gamora and Thanos. The green chakra-wise is, as you know it to be, Benita.
Yeah, the green's a hot, the heart chakra.
All right. And
The
purple
crown.
or the violet would be.
Crown chakra.
Okay, so now this is how I'm going to start because I'm going to a particular place in relationship to the formula I put out earlier. Now, when there was I will not be saying Gamora, for now when you see this green with her red hair, that's why I got the red top on it to represent her red hair. And I got this for Thanos because his whole body was that purple. I would be identifying this as the heart chakra and the crown chakra. So what took place when they was on Thanos' ship or the crown chakra ship, there was a conversation that took place between the two. What the crown did was try to feed the heart, and the heart was not happy with the performance of the crown, so it threw the food away, right? And then it talked about how it hated that chair that the crown chakra has. The crown chakra shared with the heart chakra, one day I hope to see you in that chair. So that was the crown chakra ready to relinquish to the heart. The crown chakra was ready to relinquish to the heart, or in this case, it would be the masculinity relation to the femininity for that particular scene. So what happened after that, what I want to touch on is the fact that when the crown was talking to the crown asked the heart a particular question. And the answer to the question was not what the crown was looking to hear. And the crown accused the heart of lying. And the crown said, I didn't teach you to lie. That's why you're so bad at it, because the heart does not lie. The heart is always attempting to tell the truth. So after that scene was over with, because I'm going somewhere, just bear with me for a little bit. After that scene was over with, the door came up and you saw the heart sister. And I got this in here to represent the sister who was Nubian. And what color is this?
Blue.
And what does the blue represent?
The blue is the throat chakra.
Okay.
The what?
Stay focused. We keep
The throat.
For communication, right? For communication. The heart consistently shared with the crown that it did not know where the soul was. I say again, the heart was sharing with the crown that it did not know where the soul was. But the communication snuck on board the ship, and it said to him that the crown said that communication tried to take him out. But
wait, you lost me. So the blue is the communication. I know right, that part. Who's the brother?
This was Nubian. I'm sorry. This was Nubian, the young lady that was held up in the air. Remember when on the ship, Thanos was talking to Gamora. Taking part. And then it was he said, I didn't teach you to lie. Right. So he opened up the door and her sister was in there. She's blue. Her color is blue.
She looked like a android or something.
Right,
like that.
So we're dealing with the communication chakra.
Okay.
So when the crown was trying to get the heart to talk, the heart wouldn't. So with the communication chakra, and it said that the communication chakra inadvertently, I'm skipping a little bit. The communication chakra inadvertently told the crown chakra that the heart chakra knew what the soul was. Now let me break it down in case you're not, because you got that look on your face. Thanos kept asking Gamora to tell what a heart soul stone was. She kept saying she didn't know what a soul stone was, right?
I remember that part.
She kept insisting. Thanos kept torturing the communication, kept torturing Nubia till she finally told. He said, I don't know where it's at. So Thanos says, play the tape. Well, he played the memory that came out of the eye Anubia, because she's an android, like you said, but she records everything she see. So you see the recording of
Her telling.
Gamora telling Nubia what I know what a soul stone is. So to give you this way, the communication chakra inadvertently told the crown chakra that the heart knows where the soul is. So what that is saying the heart always knows where the soul is. And that was a message that you put in there to saying the heart knows where the soul is at. And the crown may not know where the soul is. Some people may say the crown may know, but the heart knows where the soul is. Following me so far? So you got anything in relation to this? Because I'm going to go to the next scene, but I want you to see if you got this first.
No,
I totally got.
You got it, Moses. You're gonna re-explain it to the people what he said from your perspective.
The heart knows where the soul is.
Okay, the heart knows soul is.
And who did the telling? Who tattletale?
The throat.
The throat.
And the throat is what? The
communication.
Communication. So the communication told the crown that the heart knows where the soul is. So that scene was over with, right? You get that?
Yeah,
It just flowed upward.
All right, let's get that. So now we'll go to the next scene. So now you got the heart and the crown. They go to the planet where the soul is at, right? So they're walking together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they run into a being, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what color that was? Let me help you out.
Blue. Red.
They run into Red Skull.
Oh yes.
That's what they run into.
I was like, where is Red Skull inside the movies? And
So
then
And boom, he disappeared. Right.
So in this case, I'm not going to be saying Red Skull anymore. Remember that this is now the what? What color is it?
Root chakra.
The root chakra. So we got the root chakra, the heart chakra, and now the crown chakra, all in communication with each other. The root chakra tells the crown chakra, are you ready for the soul? And then it pays a particular price. There's a particular price that you have to pay in order to maintain to receive the soul chakra, right? Or receive the soul. So I'm gonna go ahead a little bit. So they walking, they get to the edge. The root chakra tells the crown, in order to understand the power of the soul, you have to give up something that you love in order to see the soul. Now, this is what I want to kind of touch on. This is when the heart chakra started expressing herself. She started laughing because she said, I've waited all my life for you to get yours. She started breaking down a whole lot. I can't remember word for word everything she was saying, but she said, I want to get to this part. She said, you have nothing to give.
You don't love anything.
You don't love nothing.
Right.
You don't have any love at all. This is some of the things that we encounter in our relationships. A lot of times a woman will say to a man, she don't love nothing. He don't love nothing.
Because she's like, the heart expects, if you love me, then you're going to show it, or I'm going to see it in some kind of way. But the brain or the head is not necessarily showing it the same way. Right?
Exactly.
Like if you're all intellectual or mental, then you may not show it with the same kind of feeling or passion that the heart would.
Exactly. That's why the crown chakra is the intellectual, it's logic. There's no emotion in the crown chakra. It's more so of it has a particular path of its own. So she's going through her routine. You love nothing. So now she's saying, as far as she's concerned, you getting it. I'm finally alive to see you get yours. You wanted something. Oh man, you wanted something so bad. Now you can't get it because you don't have no love for nothing. You have nothing to offer to get the soul stone. Now I want to put this out there. This is my little. Now, Thanos turns around, right? The crown chakra turns around, and she sees something on his face, right? Now I want to put this out here. This is my little thing. Now men don't cry, right? Men don't cry. Now there will be time that liquid substance may come up out of our eyes, right? That you may translate as crying. But for this purpose of what we saw in the movie, we're going to say that when he turned around, you see his face all watery.
Right, he was bawling.
It was bawling. He was all watery. He was all watery with tears. And she's like, really? Because as far as she's concerned, the crown don't love nothing. The logic don't love nothing. She not
or maybe I said it wrong. Maybe it's not that he's not showing it. He's not expressing it because he showed it in other ways.
I feel you was right the first time. Because this is why I want to spend a little time on this. What that scene for me was so powerful because it was a conversation between the heart and the crown, right? And for me, what I saw, it boils down to interpretation of love. You may love me a particular way, a certain way. I may not love you the same way, but are you recognizing that I love you? The issue I feel we have in our relationship, we're not recognizing we loving each other because the style of loving, the love technique don't match. So when she's there laughing, she's saying really, and really tears, water, liquid substance, the root chakra says they're not for him. She begins to realize, oh, he do love me. But but the whole time she didn't recognize, Then he go through his whole spiel that I've got to my destiny before. I've always looked past of it. Why we look past it? I'm looking at it. I'm looking past it because the reason I'm looking past it, the fact that he always gave up his destiny because he had a love for the heart chakra, but the heart chakra didn't realize that she loved him because of all the carnage he did. Because his thing was, he go to a world, he wipe out half the population. The crown chakra come to a conclusion. For there to be a balance, I got to wipe out half the population everywhere I go.
Hold on, bro. We need to go to a quick musical break because what you're saying is it is a cold, cruel world out there. And we got one of our brothers on SoundCloud, my brother Mike, one of my classmates, and he's got this song called The Cold, Cruel World. Let's go listen to that for a second. And it's a short song, y'all. So hold tight. We're going to break that down.
To One Drop Elopes on Intellectual Radio with Moses and Benita all set.
Thank you for listening to One Drop Elopes on IntellectualRadio.com, hosted by me and my mom. One Drop Elopes is a constructive response to white supremacy, which is racism. We want to see everyone free. Everyone free. The tea sponsor for One Drop Elopes is Benita's Homemade Things, organic scratches cakes and delicious cookies and colorful hats and scarves. One Drop Elopes airs every Sunday at 12 noon Central. Call in at 708-223-8953. Now back to our show.
There's so much going on in the world. And sometimes we don't understand why things happen to us or the people we love. But we have to just stay strong and keep going because this thing we call life is crazy. And it's a cold, cruel world we live in. Now let me tell you about this little girl. She lived with her mother. She never knew her daddy soul. She never understood what her father figure was like. All she had was the streets and her dopey mother. She would watch as her mother would bring different men in the house. And she would watch as her mother get super high off that Snow White. She never understood the definition of true love. But listen, as the years went by, she got older. She got smarter, but became heartless, didn't care about others. But things changed when she met this young man. She thought he was her world, her everything, until a few months later everything changed. He started beating her, using her and putting her on the street. Now she thinking about her life and where she went wrong, blaming her mother and wonder why she never had a father in her life.
Can you see the pain in my eyes?
Tell me, can you see the pain?
This life I'm living in, Lord, I wanna do right.
I just wanna do right.
But I'm just trying to make a way.
I'm just trying to make a way
in this cold, cruel world. This is my life.
Check it. Everything was simple, didn't it change supplemental? Aimed it at his temple, pulled the trigger, it ain't ended. With the pain in his heart, and his mind was playing games. See, he lost his mom and pops since the house was getting robbed. Lost the custody of his kids because his wife was moving out. What he's supposed to do when he's feeling all alone through this tragic situation? He's just trying to be strong
in this cold, cool world.
All his friends that seemed to vanish. Looked up to the Lord as he prays to the heavens. Looked down and saw the suns as he proceeded towards his blessing. And everything he went through was just a learned lesson. Now he's thinking.
Can you see the pain in my eyes?
Tell me if you see the pain.
This life I'm living in, Lord, I wanna do
I just want to do
right,
right.
but I'm just trying to make a way in this cold, cruel world. This is my life story.
Hello, this is Benita Osset here with me and Moses on One Drop Elopes on IntellectualRadio.com. We got our General Jose with us, and he is decoding for us the Black Panther. No, I'm sorry that you did decode for us the Black Panther movie, but today we talking about the Avengers Infinity Wars. And he just finished explaining to us how we live in a cold, cruel world, and that song that we just finished listening to was A Cold, Cruel World. You can get that on SoundCloud. And he got the cups here on the table to demonstrate for us. He got the red stack of cups, he got the green stack of cups, he got the purple stack of cups. So those of you who already seen the movie can probably understand where we're coming from. The guy that was so evil, at least a lot of us feel like he was evil. He was running around killing everybody. Thanos. Say it again, Moses.
Thanos.
And so he represents the crown chakra. And I was just reading, I went online to look up the different chakras to explain it to Moses. And the crown chakra says that it's an individual who has the ability to perform miracles, transcend the laws of nature, and have a heightened awareness of death and immortality.
Everything he was doing.
That's everything he was doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of perspective. I left this out because I was fast up because he kind of caught me off guard what he said. But I'm just giving a particular perspective because a lot of people got a different way of viewing the Avengers Infinity War. I'm trying to use this particular perspective to show how we could use the colors, the energy that's available from the movie to start to draw together to show what's maybe happening with us on the I guess I'll say on the spiritual level or on a metaphysical level. And that's what I thought this whole thing was about, because what's taking place right here, it was an issue where Gamora felt it was no doubt in her mind that Thanos or the crown chakra did not love her at all. That's why she went through that whole speech, was laughing and everything, because she's saying, yeah, finally I could bear witness to you not getting what you want, because you don't learn nothing. You have nothing to offer that you love. But it turned out he did love her. So that's one of the things we got to look at. We got to maybe get together, have better communication with each other so we can recognize these different techniques of how we love each other, different styles, or whichever term you want to use, or how we love each other. Because she found out it cost her existence, but she found out that he really did love her, even though he wasn't her biological father, because she knew you're not my father, you're not my parent. He still, for some reason, had a love for her, because I looked at it, he decided he was going to transfer the power to her by him sitting on the throne. He had it, and he was going to transfer it to her.
Yeah, he had no idea that he was going to have to give her up.
No, he didn't. That's why he was doing what he was doing. So you pretty much got that down, because I'm going to go to the...
Yeah, we got that.
All right, so now what I want to do next, I want to dig, because I had to go in reverse order. I wanted to go in reverse order because I wanted to deal with this love aspect first and how it's even playing more in today. So now I want to get rid of the root chakra and Gamora. And this is when the Thanos and the Hulk got together. Hulk had black hair, so I had to make sure I put the blackness up there. Okay. So this is when this is when Thanos and the Hulk got together, because they was giving us green of the chakra system. If you're looking at it from the chakra system when you see the movie, like I said, it's a multiple different perspectives you could see this movie from. But since the colors were so vivid for me, I saw it from the chakra perspective first. It's some other perspectives I see it from, but I'm seeing it from the chakra system perspective first, because of the colors and how they was matched with each other.
Can I ask, why did you, what happened inside your mind that caused you to consider the chakra perspective with all the colors? Like,
did you watch the movie over again to look at the colors?
No, but I somewhat know the chakra system. I'm not proficient in it, but soon I start seeing the colors. Because when you look at the infinity stones themselves, they represent the chakra
Different colors.
But the difference is, I don't know if you notice, it's only 6 stones, but it's 7 chakra colors. So one of the colors is missing. And everything I look at, there's one color missing, and it's the same color. And that color is what some people call the third eye, call the first eye chakra. The first eye chakra is not seen. Like, just to give you some on a hint level. If you look at the NBC logo, the peacock is 6 colors. The 6 colors represent the chakra. It's just missing the first eye chakra or the crown and third eye chakra. Same with the infinity stones. So when I look, that's a good thought. So now we're looking at the Hulk, and we're looking at styles. So when Thanos or the crown chakra now meets the heart chakra as the Hulk approached the crown chakra, but with I looked at it as a basic fighting style. When you first see the Hulk coming to scene, he's first engaged with Thanos. It's a basic fighting style, more of a power move. Then once Thanos put his style in effect, it was more of a martial arts style. So basically what I'm trying to get to is, once Thanos took over and he put his fighting style into play, the heart never touched the crown again. Every time the heart was trying to touch the crown moved out the way, did some type of block, do punches, then at the end, body slam the heart.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this movie. I've been hating all this time because bringing out some points.
Yeah, no. Remember, you do remember when they engaged in combat with each other on the ship, right? When they first come on the movie, the Hulk and the Thanos is engaged, but at the end, not to repeat, he body slammed the Hulk. At the get through touching him, because at first the Hulk was hitting him, then his little people was like,
at the very, very, very beginning.
Very, very, very beginning. His little people was like, he was getting ready to help, but the other guy said, no, let him have some fun. At the Hulk got his last touch in, after the heart got
the rest of the movie.
He got his last touch in, Thanos or the crown chakra changed the fighting style. See, Hulk or the heart came with straight power. The crown came with a martial art fighting style.
Emotion and all that passion.
Right. So that's all power. The crown came with a different fighting style. Every time the heart tried to touch him, punch. Then eventually he body slammed him. So now I want to get to after that. After that, what happens the rest of the movie? The heart don't want to come out no more.
Not at all.
The heart don't want to come out no more.
You are right.
What happens? So
he says no.
Right. Every time he tried to bring. Every time.
He was like, why won't you come out? No.
Every time the heart tried to come out, the heart wouldn't come out because the heart was badly damaged. So, like when when
we build those walls up.
Yeah. As we get in the relationship and something happened that we didn't like happen, we no longer, the heart don't come out no more. It goes into hiatus. It just sit.
He sure didn't. He didn't come out for the rest of the movie.
He didn't come out at all. He was.
Hold on, wait a second. He didn't? Like, not
at
all?
No, not at all. He tried to my memory, he tried about 5 times to bring the heart out. Each time it was like, no. Even when he was getting beat as David Banner.
Is it Bruce or David?
Bruce Banner. As he was getting beat as Bruce Banner, the heart still wouldn't come out. You would see the green show up a little bit, but it wouldn't come out no more because the heart, the heart was hurt. The heart is hurt. So now it's not coming out. So from that perspective, that's how I'm seeing what they was giving us from that part.
Okay, how do we listen, bro? This is a lot. You giving us a whole lot of information. So what I want you to do is I want you to share with us, how does it apply to life now? And how are we going to use this information now that we have it?
Well, they gave it to us at the end. If you remember the last fight scene when they was in Wakanda, and the heart, when he was inside the Hulkbuster, he was fighting that one alien. And then after he put the little thing on it, he went up in the air and exploded. David Banner says to the Hulk, Bruce Banner, says to the Hulk, we got to talk. So you got to take that inward journey with self and have a conversation. That way the heart is willing to come back out.
Okay. All right. Listen, let's go to another break. We're gonna listen to my brother Black Ice. He got this song. It's called like Superman, Clark Kent, some stuff like that he's saying in the song, but I thought it was appropriate for this since we have all of those different, superheroes and that we're talking about today. But maybe we could apply that to regular people. Thank you for listening to One Drop Elopes on IntellectualRadio.com. Hosted by me, Benita Osset. One Drop Elopes is a constructive response to white supremacy, which is racism. We want to see everyone free. The chief sponsor for One Drop Elopes is Benita's Homemade Things, where you can get scrumptious cake and delicious cookies, as well as colorful hats, scarves, and gloves. One Drop Elopes airs on IntellectualRadio.com every Sunday at 12 noon Central. Call in at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Now, back to our show.
Superman lover, yeah. Say they call me the Superman lover, yeah. But something wrong.
It's the Black Clark Kent, baby. I be the son of Jerome. Daddy told me to leave home, put me in a tube and release me. They couldn't see me, but as I traveled, I saw other seamen. Then I knew that I was meant to be a fisherman. There were millions just like me, but I vibrated on a different frequency. Many of them were stranded, but I was the only one that survived and made it to this planet. Grew up in the hood, Inglewood, where I had to hide my identity. Until one day I uncovered the truth, discovered the root of my power. It took me hours upon hours to perfect my game. My fame began to become evident. I became known as the Black Clark Kent. As a child, I spit faster than the speed of sound, leap over the Sears Tower in a single bound. And no, I didn't work for the Metropolis Daily Planet. I worked for the black-owned Defender newspaper out of Chi-Town, my town. Got down with the worst and the best. Grew up around all them L. Rookins and Stones. Found out that I was bulletproof, no vest. See, mama taught me to do good. Daddy taught me to work hard. I grew up with the uncontrollable strength, with the power to bend bars. And now I know why they say men are from Mars. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. We love you, Icy. It's the Black Clark Kent. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. We love you, Icy. It's the Black Clark Kent. Anointed with the gift. Some call it arrogance, vanity. The same ones who can't stand me get all antsy because I get all fancy when I'm saving humanity. Damn. And I got a high threshold for pain.
I'm stronger than a locomotive,
more powerful than a CTA L train. The same man who gets blamed because when I came, I changed the game. They got a scope on my back, bullseye in range, ready to shoot. Time for me to change. Where the hell is my telephone booth? Mastering this game like Atari. Got the coldest chick in the game, Black Malibu Barbie. I done struck a chord. Are you mad cause I'm running this whole board and you want me to play sorry? When I'm playing Monopoly. These chicks want me to hit it like it's the lottery. Oops, I'm spilling the beans. State property. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. We love you, Icy. It's the Black Clark Kent. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. We love you, Icy. It's the Black Clark Kent. They want to know my weakness, since my speech is so crafty. They've been bumping my shit like acne. And since they done found out my kryptonite, they've been trying to throw the bazooka at me. They figured if I'm weak, I'll lose the power in my speech. But ever since I came back from Miami, I've been bringing heat. I'm just giving you a taste. You cats better know your place. Only one space, and that space can't be replaced. Even if you're two-faced like Harvey Dent. Look up in the sky. It's the bird. It's the plane. Nah.
Superman
it's the Black Clark Kent.
Yeah. Say they call me the Superman lover. Yeah. But something wrong.
Greetings, family. We back. It's Benita and Moses here on One Drop Elopes. We got our General Jose with us. Just finished the Black Superman, Black Ice. Okay, so what I want to read to you real quick is right before we went to our quick musical break was we were talking about how the heart chakra and the crown chakra, the green and the purple, and Thanos representing the purple, and the Hulk representing the green, and how Hulk's heart was so broken that he just did not come out. So I want to read to you what they say about the heart chakra. This is online. You could just look it up, the 7 chakras and their meanings. So it says, a weak heart chakra is responsible for sabotaging the relationships through distrust, anger, and envy. The sense of touch is impacted by the heart chakra, and the glands connected to it are thymus and lymph. But keep in mind what it said, that a weak heart chakra is responsible for sabotaging the relationship through distrust, anger, and envy. So that's what happened to the Hulk.
That's what happened to the Hulk. That crown put that on him, put that beat down on it, that mistreatment. The word I like to use is mismanagement when you're dealing with a relationship. There was a mismanagement taking place between the crown and the heart. Heart didn't want to come out no more. So we spent the whole movie watching Bruce Banner never turning into the Hulk.
That was actually one of the parts I like, because it has more Bruce Banner than the Hulk.
Mm.
And usually you don't see very much Bruce Banner, except for Thor Ragnarok. And Avengers movies, you would mostly usually see just Hulk, and also you wouldn't see Hulk sometimes, mostly. So
Moses, you're making another good point too, is because all those movies, when we would see Hulk, and mostly Hulk, he was always so emotional. So that's another example of the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm. So now I want to I kind of want to touch on this. I'm trying to think, should I deal with this? Now I want to go here for a second. Now I want to stay on the Avengers. I'm gonna stay on the Avengers because I wanted to interrupt. This is what I want to do right quick. I'm gonna just change this for a second because what I believe was happening in some of these movies, they're trying to deal with this heart chakra and how wounded it is. And I just changed the tape because I wanted to make it all green because I want to deal with this. I mean, just want to touch on it. I just want to deal with the movie Green Mile.
Green Mile?
Yeah, in December 1999, the last month of the first millennium, the movie Green Mile came out. And, it was dealing with the brother that was on jail. And he performed 3 acts. He healed Tom Hanks' character. He brought the mouse back to life. And he healed the woman that was sick. And I'm just going to touch on this. How he healed the woman that was sick, he kissed her. He gave her a kiss, and that kiss healed her. He was able to draw her negative energy. And that's basically as much as I just want to touch on that to tell you how important it is to deal with our heart. And I'm looking at combining with the crown chakra so it does not allow us to be in what you just read, in that weak area for the heart. So now I want to get to the end, basically the stuff that y'all talked about. Y'all talked about how y'all didn't like how the end went down, since I got a little time left. What I think what Marvel did, Marvel was playing. See, Marvel, this is my judgment. Marvel is operating out of ancient Kemet, using ancient Kemetic philosophy. And the reason I judge this is because if you look at Black Panther dealt with the Panther goddess Bess. That's a Kemetic deity. Then also when you look at Doctor Strange, if you look at Doctor Strange, you see his collars. His collars have the wings of Ma'at on there. And then of course, when you look at Falcon will be Haru. So when you saw what you saw at the end, that's to me is dealing in resurrection energy. It was dealing in resurrection energy because Marvel did a few things to try to throw everybody off guard. First, they was giving you a warning, but then they try to throw you off guard because when they first started putting out the information about Avengers, the official title was Avengers Infinity War Part 1. That was the official title. So what they did a couple of years ago, if not last year, maybe a couple of years ago, they renamed it to Avengers Infinity War. Because if you know if it's Avengers Infinity War Part 1, there's a 2 coming. Because they understood what they wanted to do. See, Marvel recognized what they wanted to do at the end. They wanted to catch everybody off guard by transitioning everybody. They wanted to catch them off guard. Now, here's why I think they made a mistake, because they made a mistake. Because I think Black Panther had so much energy to it, it caused them to make an announcement they shouldn't have made. It's because when I'm hearing people saying what they're saying about what happened to Black Panther, so when Black Panther came out, the economics on it was so great. I guess it caught Marvel off guard. They knew it was going to do good. I know they knew it was going to do good, but I don't think they think it was going to do that good. So what Marvel did sometime in March, I'm going to say the second or third week in March, they made the announcement Black Panther 2 comes out in 2020. They shouldn't have made that announcement. They should have waited till after Avengers Infinity War came out and made that announcement. But now when you know Black Panther 2 was coming out in 2020, what you saw at the end of Infinity War shouldn't matter to you. It shouldn't matter because you know somehow, some way, they're going to flip the script.
They're going to bring all those people back some kind of way.
Some kind of way they're going to bring all those people back. Now, I want to say a few things because when I did the presentation for Black Panther back in March, and I was doing my little research on it. What they did was they filmed Black Panther, according to online sources, they filmed Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War simultaneously. They filmed them at the same time because they knew they was going to be using the people from Wakanda. So there wouldn't be no need to try to get everybody back when you already got them there, right? So this is my judgment because you can look at it different ways. I'm just giving you one way. I'm not locked into what I say because what I'm about to say is probably going to be kind of different to some mindsets. What I judge what happened in that scene at the end that you say you don't like, I judged that Ryan Coogler understood what Black Panther represented. He understood because they knew they was working with gold. They knew they was working with gold when they made that movie. Everything was perfect. If you notice, when everybody transitioned, you saw everybody from head to toe transition. You didn't see Black Panther from head to toe. You just saw his arm. What he did was, if you remember that, he reached out to Okoye, and then his arm just disappeared because they understood they didn't want us to see him transition like everybody else because they understood the impact it may have on everybody because of what happened in February. You bring him out, and then you have us watch him disappear like everybody else did. So they, in my viewpoint, my judgment, they tried to ease the pain by just showing the arm disappearing and nothing else of his body. Because everybody that went, I think that what they was trying to elevate everybody's emotions in the movie. Because everybody says something. Because the first person to go was the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier called out to Steve. He called out to Captain America. And when he fell into the ground, you see the Captain America just looking at the ground like, my guy's gone. I went through all this, my guy's gone. Everybody says something except for Black Panther and Scarlet Witch. Because I think she was so distraught because she had to get rid of her guy. Then the crown chakra brought her back. Then she had to witness him go again. She didn't say anything when she died. That's why I believe the most energy went towards Spider-Man because Spider-Man and Iron Man was building a relationship. Because I kind of skipped this part. Well, I actually didn't skip it because I want to get. If you look at the beginning of the movie, when you first see Iron Man, he's in the park. He's in nature with his idiot, talking about a dream he had because he wants to have a child now. Because his interaction with Spider-Man being a teenager put him in a position now he wants a son. Oh, he wants a son. There's no doubt in my mind that's what he wants. He don't want a daughter. He wants a son. So when Spider-Man transitioned, what they did was, to me, what I judged what happened, to take the focus off Black Panther transition, all the emotion went towards Spider-Man because you saw Spider-Man hold on to Iron Man so tight, saying, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And Iron Man was trying to talk to him the best way he could to get him to ease him, put him at rest, that there's nothing we could do about this. You out of here. So you made me laugh. So there's nothing you could do about it. So to me, that was when you saw it like that, that was more so taking the focus away from Black Panther transition and putting it more so on Spider-Man's transition.
Wow. Most, do you have any responses? You got any questions?
I have a question. What do you think Infinity Wars Part 2 is going to have? Like, do you think how it's going to start off or how it's going to end? Will it have Ant-Man or...
It's going to have all the leftover Avengers that didn't get, that wasn't taken out. The ones that was left over, they're joining forces.
I got a question. Why do you think the ones that they did take out and the ones that is there any symbolism in that?
No, but what I see, I'm all over the place.
It can't be just random.
It was because I skipped this part. I don't know if I skipped it because I am all over the place. The best conversation took place between Doctor Strange and Thanos. When Thanos showed up on his home planet Titan, him and Doctor Strange had a serious conversation. Because what they was trying to do, they was trying to convince us that Thanos had to make the right decision by wiping out half the universe. Because he talked about there's an imbalance, because he was talking about his planet. His planet, he tried to warn the people on his planet, if they don't make radical changes soon, our planet is going to destroy it. It's going to be destroyed. So when you saw everybody there, you seeing a destroyed planet. Because he used...
But the planet, after he wiped out half of his population, the planet was not nearly as nice as it was at first when he thought that would have been a good idea.
No, he didn't wipe out his population.
He didn't wipe out all of them. But remember, he killed. They did population control by killing part of them. That's when he ended up with the Gamora. That's how he ended up taking care of her, because he killed her parents.
Yeah, but that's another planet. See what Thanos was trying to do. After he saw his home, you had to kind of like use your imagination and put in the pieces yourself. Okay. When he saw his planet, because it appears to me he was the science. He understood the science, and he went to his people and said, "Look, we got to make changes now." So after his planet destroyed, he's now on a mission going around destroying other planets, because he wanted to create we're not destroying planets, destroying half the power.
So he just assumes that the rest of the world all the other planets on Earth is gonna do the same thing that his planet
throughout the galaxy. That's his mindset.
That's terrible.
That's what Doctor Strange was trying to tell him. That's why they was having that conversation, and he used the reality stone. He used the reality stone to show Doctor Strange how his planet looked. When he was there, it's a messed up planet. He tried to show him how the planet looked by using the reality stone, but since they didn't listen, it destroyed. Because that's why Doctor Strange said, "Oh, you're a prophet," because their planet actually destroyed when he told his people it was going to destroy. So now he was trying to justify by doing his action, because he felt his thinking. They put in the movie, I could save the rest of the world. That's why he told Gamora, when Gamora was like, "You killed my people." And he said, "You go back there now, the children grow up with full bellies," because they made those radical changes on the planet. Because my thing is, the immediate throw off is, why wipe out life? Life is about living. It's not about destruction of it. How about change the method of living that particular life, so you don't have to get to these radical changes? That was missing from that. But they was dealing with a particular theme. I don't want to say agenda, I want to say theme. And the theme is, that's why I said he messed up. They should have never made these announcements that it was going to be Avengers 1 and 2. Because now we know, based on Black Panther 2 being announced to be released in 2020, something takes place in the second Avengers. Something takes place. But I want to throw this question out there. To y'all too and everybody that's listening. With Black Panther being transitions, who's running Wakanda right now?
There's silence because we don't know. Oh, maybe M'Bato. He's gone too, huh?
No, he didn't. He was still left. That's why they showed him. As everybody was disappearing, you would see M'Baku here, like blood on his face because of the combat.
Because I think Okoye, she was gone.
Well, let me say this right quick because of time. His sister, she's royal blood.
Naturally,
she has first dibs on rulership, so they'll probably go through the ritual combat thing. Are there anyone the challenge for? But as of April 27, Shuri runs Wakanda, and then they probably do it like they do in Kemen, where they have co-regions. Like if a child or a person is too young, the parent and the child run, and they're known as co-regions. But as of the release of Avengers, Shuri runs Wakanda.
Okay, look, bro. We've got to figure out some kind of way in the next 5 minutes how we can apply this whole entire conversation to regular life. Because, we're talking about this mythical movie or whatever, but it has some real day applications. But what can people, with their day-to-day activities, how can this information be constructive for them?
My immediate response. I mean, I think of it more. We have to begin to have dialogue. We have to start having group dialogue. As I shared with you when we was doing the Black Panther thing, there's something that's blocking us because I judge the information. There's nothing new. When I go online, I research for stuff. I don't look for the answers no more. I don't do that. I look at strategies on how we can have a conversation to start implementing these answers that's been out here since at least the 1960s. As the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun.
You said that on the Black Panther
Right.
shows. The answers, what answers since the 1960s?
The strategies that have been put in play on how societies is run. I think of
Like the fact that we had families, more
Right.
families than we do now.
More families.
In the 60s, we had more families that, families, like people grouped together.
Oh yeah,
in
yes.
families.
We had more families back
You
then.
saw more families
Correct.
then than we do see now.
Correct. So that's why we have to have dialogue on what happened for the change to take place. And that's why I said this right here, the heart chakra is standing in the way, or the heart is standing in the way, because it's not. These conversations are going to be painful conversations.
But, bruh, we also can't be devoid of that emotions, because if we're devoid of it, then we would be like the Thanos running around the galaxy, killing all kinds of people because of one that we might have.
Right. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying the answers is coming together and having dialogue, because there's pain that both of us are suffering from, and we got to have a conversation about what's taking place. Because if you go back to the formula I gave, the plus, the times, the minus, and the division, that formula, it would take place.
Looking at your formula, what I'm hearing you say is, when we work together, we work. When we are in competition or we're divided, we don't.
Correct.
Or if we subtract from each other, we don't.
We're gone, and subtract is gone. That's why I said we have to have conversation. We have to have conversation.
So remember at the beginning when you had all the 3 cups here, you had all the chakra cups. What was happening was the throat wasn't just ended up just blurting out the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more not really a competition. She was trying really hard not to hurt the heart and trying not to tell, but she didn't try. Like they weren't working together.
Well, actually, she did. She was persuaded harshly.
Yeah, she
to
was.
talk.
She was.
So, yeah, she was persuaded harshly. That's why I say my immediate response is, if we don't start having dialogue on what's bothering us, but we can't do it in large group. We have to do it in small pockets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 20 or 30 people in different pockets throughout the city or throughout whatever. And we got to have conversations, because there's enough people out here that's been talking this kind of talk for years, and we've been in reverse order. Like you said, in the 60s, there was more families than it is today. So we had to look at what happened, what was the separation, what took place. And then once we see what the separation is, develop strategy to undo that separation. It's just like any Back to the Future, Back in Time movie you ever seen. They always try to they see something happen, they go back in time to undo that particular event so it can be back right again. So we have to do that. We have to do it, go back in time, undo or repair the events that took place. Then once we repair those events, we can get back on course. But right now, those events that took place that took us off course are still holding true.
Moses, do you understand? You know what to do? I think General Jose has given us some really good lessons. So have you got at least one lesson that you learned from this?
Yeah.
What is that?
I've learned about the chakra, chakra. Yeah, chakras.
Are you going to communicate your needs and wants better, or share your feelings? Do you feel like you already share your feelings? You looking perplexed. Moses doesn't know, y'all. I think I hear what you're saying. We do need to, at least if we're bothered by something or if we're having some problems, we need to find somebody that we can trust. somebody to talk to or communicate with each other as small groups is what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, small groups, because if we don't, it's just going to continue to happen.
Whether it's your own personal pain or just things that are going on in the world or in the community.
Correct.
All right. Well, we have come to the 55th minute. So this is the conclusion of our show. It's a lot to think about, you all. And if you have any comments or responses to what we've said, please absolutely share and make comments. Thanks to all of you all listening or downloading this video on YouTube or Facebook. And thanks to you all listening on iTunes, Spreaker, iHeart. All right. You all have a great day. Thanks, Brother Jose, for coming to the show with us. Thank you, Moses, for being on point. Have a safe week, you all. Right back here, One Drop Elopes, next Sunday, 12 noon Central.
You are now listening to One Drop Elopes on Intellectual Radio with Moses and Benita Offset.
You just finished listening to One Drop Elopes on Intellectual Radio, hosted by my daughter, Benita Offset. Benita Offset is on Instagram, Morris, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Email your thoughts, questions, concerns, or opinions to benitaoffset@gmail.com. Benita will be happy to respond. Join Benita every Sunday at 12 noon on IntellectualRadio.com.